Top 5 indicators for trading in 2023. This is not the conventional list, guys. You are probably going to find some indicators you may have never even heard about, so make sure to stick around till the end of the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications. Let's get right into this. So the first indicator that I believe every trader should have in their arsenal is VWAP. What is VWAP? Volume weighted average price. If we come over here to indicators in TradingView and we just search for VWAP, it's the first one that we can see right here. Go ahead and turn that on. And basically there are two different VWAPs that I use. I like to use the weekly and the daily VWAP. Now these can be used for day trades or even scalp trades. Let's start with the weekly VWAP. This is the volume weighted average price per week. Okay, so every single week, this thing will snap to the price and it will act as a dynamic area of support and resistance. If price is trading above the weekly VWAP, we can look at it for support and we can look to long when price comes to the weekly VWAP level. If it were trading below it, we can look to short when price comes to the weekly VWAP level. Now, this is the 24-minute time frame. So if we're looking to take shorts, let's say at the weekly VWAP, we can see we would be holding this position for about 2 days. So this is, in between a day trade and a swing trade when we're using the weekly VWAP. We would have taken a short here, maybe held it for, about 12 hours. And again, we would have taken another trade right here, held it for about 18 hours, okay? This long trade right here, we could have taken and held for quite some time, maybe about a day and a half. Now, the second VWAP that I like to use is the daily VWAP. The weekly VWAP, you can use this for more of day trades, a trade you would be looking to hold for 12 hours to maybe a day or two. The daily VWAP is something you would use for your day trading and your scalping. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the daily VWAP. The difference here is that every single day, the VWAP will snap to the price. So we can see that when the new daily candle opens right here, VWAP snaps to price. Again, new daily candle opens, VWAP snaps from right here all the way up to the price. And again, for the day, this is a good area of dynamic support and resistance. Okay, right here we can see we could have longed VWAP all day, and these trades would have been a little bit shorter. This would have been about 4 hours. So these are like your scalps or your day trades. Now, something very important about VWAP when we're looking to take trades from the daily VWAP specifically is the more time and the more distance price spends above or below the VWAP, the more sure you are to get a good trade from it, okay? You'll notice that on days where price just is trading along the VWAP constantly, this is never going to be a good opportunity to get into a trade. Instead, what we want to see are instances where price is spent a lot of time away from the VWAP all day. Like, for example, right here, we can see that price, the day opens and price is not touching the VWAP at all. We come way down below it and then we come up to it. That is where you want to be looking for your trades. And the opposite is true for long trades. We want price to spend a lot of time and a lot of distance away from the VWAP. For example, right here, we spend a lot of time and distance away from VWAP. And then when we finally come back down, we get a nice bounce from it. Again, a lot of time and distance. We come back down, we get a nice bounce from it. Okay, that is what we want to look for on the VWAP, a very key indicator, a part of my arsenal. I highly recommend everybody start using these. The second indicator, guys, is going to be Bollinger Bands. This is great for scalping. A lot of people forget about Bollinger Bands, but I like to use these on lower time frames, and essentially what we like to do is we like to look for the lower Bollinger Band to give us support, where we could look for longs, and the upper Bollinger Band to give us resistance, where we can look for shorts. This is an awesome dynamic support and resistance on the chart, really without even having to know other TA. We can see right here, we could have literally scalped the touch of the upper Bollinger Band 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in one day. We could have taken a scalp long from the lower Bollinger Band right here. Again, right here. And of course, guys, with all indicators, we are never going to just blindly long or short based on one indication, but this is a very, very powerful confluence that you can use to find positions in confluence, of course, with other indicators on the chart. Is the volume profile indicator. Okay, there's two different variations of that. We can use the visible range indicator, the VPVR, by coming over to indicators and searching for visible range volume profile. Go ahead and turn that on. This will give you all the volume that traded, everything that's visible on your screen. So if you zoom out, the volume profile on the right-hand side of the screen is going to change to accommodate to all the data that is on the screen. If we zoom in, the volume profile will change to accommodate to less data that is now zoomed in on the screen. Why is this so important? This is giving us objective high and low areas where we can look for longs. You guys remember what your grandfather said when you first got into trading, right? You were a dropout of high school. You tried to make it as a metal guitar player. Didn't work out. You didn't have a job. You didn't have friends. You didn't have a girlfriend. You lived in your parents' garage. Your grandfather came to you, Jason, what are you going to do with your life? Right? You said, Grandpa, I'm going to be a trader. Now, you thought he was going to shoot you down, but no, he didn't shoot you down. He gave you that grandpa smile. Right? And what did he say? He said, son, investing's easy. If you want to be good at trading, all you got to do is buy low and sell high. Okay? Now, your grandpa was right, but here's the problem. How do we know what high and low is? We are going to get objective highs and lows by looking at volume, okay? The visible range volume profile, another great one I love to use is over here in the prediction and measurement tools. Come down to the fixed range volume profile. Again, you're going to come over here to the prediction and measurement tools, down to the fixed range volume profile, and just drag it across sideways ranges. This will give you objective highs and objective lows. I literally gave this trade setup in advance in my VIP Discord because we were coming down to the low of the value area. I'm currently still holding that long literally from the low simply because I was using this indicator. If you combine this with VWAP, Bollinger Bands, you can get some very, very good areas of support and resistance on the chart. Let me just quickly explain again what this means. This is establishing a fair value for any asset. As long as price is within the shaded blue zone, it's considered fair value. When we come below, it's considered oversold. And when we come above, it's considered overbought. These are giving us objective areas where we can look for swing trades from the highs to the lows or from the lows to the highs. And that leads me to the fourth indicator that is very important, and this is the Fibonacci retracement tool. Some people don't consider this an indicator, but it is indeed an gone in Fibonacci tools. Go ahead and click the Fibonacci retracement tool. What this does, guys, is it will give us resistance if we pull it from a swing high to a swing low. Okay, and we are going to be specifically looking for, this is very important, when you double click the fib and set up your settings, we are going to be turning on these levels, okay? The 382, 0.382, 0.618, 0.65, 0.786, and 0.886. These are going to give us areas of support and resistance. If we're pulling it from the high to the low, that is going to give us area of resistance. If we are pulling it from the low to the high, that is going to give us areas of support. Check this out. For example, if we pull it from the low to the high, you can see that we come down and find support. Literally, the low that we put in was bouncing off this Fibonacci golden pocket retracement. Again, check this out. If we pull this thing from the low that we put in right down here to the high, we can see that price comes down and puts in that higher low literally right from the golden pocket Fibonacci retracement. If you are combining Fibonacci with other tools such as Bollinger Bands, volume profiles, and VWAPs, you can get some really, really great trades. Here is a great example. Oftentimes you will find that if you are looking for a long, for example, from the VWAP, you will find confluence with the golden pocket fib retracement. So let's see if we can find a good example of that. We haven't actually had one in quite some time because we've been in such a strong uptrend, but typically like on a ranging day, this looks like a good example right here from the low to the high. We can see that we have the VWAP coming in near the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement, and that is actually where we get our bounce right from. So we have two confluences of support. Okay, now I have dealt right now so far with only indicators that are showing you levels on the chart itself with the candlesticks, but now I want to talk about oscillators. The best oscillator that you can use for free is an oscillator called the Awesome Oscillator. You're going to come over to indicators and you're going to just search AO. The Awesome Oscillator is way better than the RSI. It's way better than the MACD because it has better divergences and it can clearly show you tops and bottoms. So what you are going to be looking for on the Awesome Oscillator is you're going to be looking for divergences where the price is making a lower low and the oscillator is making a higher low. This is called a divergence. This is how we can time the exact bottom for price. Now notice how we can use these indicators in conjunction with each other. We get a bottom using our oscillator divergence, then we take our fib from the low to the high, and we get this second bounce right here from the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement. Now we're using two indicators now to get into two long trades right here. The awesome oscillator is great for finding tops and bottoms of moves and actually determining a trend reversal. If we see, for example, that the momentum waves are getting higher on the awesome oscillator as the price is getting lower, that is very much likely to be a reversal signal. And we can see that if we look for this, we can get moves of like 1%. These could be used, this is the 12-minute time frame, so this is like day trading that we're looking at. The higher the time frame, the higher term trade you are going to be looking at. Now, if we combine this right here with something like a volume profile, for example, let's go ahead and use this volume profile. We can see very, very clearly that when we come down to the areas of support, like the very low of the range right here, the blue line, we can see our awesome oscillator is also confirming that momentum is getting higher. This is giving us a lot of confluence that this, in fact, is a bottom. And if we take another indicator that we have, such as the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement from the low to the high, we can see that not only are we coming down to the value area low with the oscillator getting higher, but also we are falling right into that Fibonacci golden pocket. You can see how all these confluences are adding up together. In addition, if we turn on something like our Bollinger Bands, we can see that we are coming right down to pierce that lower Bollinger Band on the 4-hour time frame. All these things are going to work together, guys. This is no nonsense. These are tools that can really, really help you as a trader. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about my personal favorite indicator. Guys, this is a premium indicator. It does cost money. I am not here to shill this indicator to you, so I'm not going to tell you to buy it. But my favorite indicator in the world is an indicator called Market Cipher, okay? I love Market Cipher because it gives you many more signals in one oscillator that can really pinpoint those tops, bottoms, and continuation patterns, okay? This is the indicator that I personally use after spending years and years of using indicators and trying out indicators for many different purposes. Now, I have to tell you this before I end the video, and this specifically applies to new traders, or maybe you've been trading for a while and this will apply to you. But when I first got into trading, I was searching for that perfect indicator. I was searching for that magical indicator that was going to give me the top, the bottom, the entry, the exit, the stop loss, everything. Okay, and I'm here to tell you that that indicator does not exist. And if anybody is out there trying to sell you an indicator, Lux Algo, Market Cipher, anything, and they're claiming that this is the magic indicator that is going to change your trading, they are 100% lying to you. They're trying to sell you an indicator. It is not true. Indicators do not matter at all. What matters when it comes to trading are these three things. 1, having a strategy. 2, abiding by good risk management. And 3, having the discipline to abide by your strategy and by your risk management. The indicator is the icing on the cake. The indicator is something that is going to help you hone your strategy. But if you don't have any strategy and you're just out there taking random trades, and if you're not abiding by risk management, then forget about being profitable regardless of what indicator you are using. Okay? If you are in this game to be a profitable trader, you need to learn some kind of technical analysis, develop some kind of strategy, and abide by risk management. Okay, if this is something you want to do, you can check out the course at jasoncaspertrading.com. This course is changing the way thousands of people approach the charts. This will cause you to learn the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader. Also, if you want to join an educational community where we talk about what we are looking for on the charts, the trades we're planning, and the levels we're looking at, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. We did give this trade setup literally in advance from the value area low of the range. The trade I'm currently in right now, literally long the exact bottom of the move on Bitcoin, currently still holding the trade. That is it for today's video, guys. God bless everybody in the name of Jesus the Messiah. I pray everybody is super blessed, and I will see everybody in the next video. Peace.